Mm-hmm.
And I think it speaks to the lack of personality
Mm-hmm.
versus branding. See, our generation of athletes, Kobe, T Mac, Vince, D Wade, Shaq, Timmy, KG, I mean, I could keep going, Paul Pierce. All of these guys had varying personalities. Tim Duncan was totally different from KG,
Mm-hmm.
who was
Right.
totally different from Shaq, who was totally different from even LeBron,
Mm-hmm.
who's totally different from Kobe, right? And that authenticity allowed us to drive authentic storylines because
Yes.
there was a real conversation about, is LeBron going to ever be a killer the way Kobe is?
Mm-hmm.
Or do we need to redefine what a killer is? Because
Because
he
even,
is
bro,
killing, but he don't look
because
like
even
LeBron,
think about this.
Kobe.
I really miss the puppets that they used to do because again, what you just said, that dialogue, that discourse of how people try to disconnect those two, bro. You know
And
how
how they
golden that
connected to the
was?
marketing.
Because you can see, yes, Kobe is a different person, but also you see Kobe step in the room with LeBron and be funny, but he's serious. But you see LeBron, so like they're both dynamic in their own lanes. It's like what Jay Z said, like don't try to Michael and Prince me and Ye.
Yeah,
Like we're still great. We just do this thing a different way, and you have to appreciate both because you've needed both of those in this game.
facts.
So I
You
agree with
gotta
you, bro.
appreciate the difference.
It feels it doesn't feel always genuine. It feels like it's just forced, and like these guys are just doing stuff just because it doesn't seem like there's a natural like. Even when Tim Duncan would do, it was a bunch of great commercials that we got, bro, with Tim Duncan
Yes.
and Ginobili, like the Spurs when they would do stuff and being funny. We don't get that no more.
Ooh. And I think because I'm so close to the AAU and the grassroots space, I think a
Mm-hmm.
large part of it is because these brands are imprinting on these players so much earlier, right? There's a young lady, I don't know if you're familiar. Her name is Kalina Smith. Shout out to Kalina Smith. I don't know if she'll ever see this podcast. However, she's the number one ranked girls high school basketball player in the nation,
She the
right?
one that's going
At
to
least
South Carolina.
not that's Jersey. Kalina's a
Okay, okay,
junior.
okay. Got you. Okay.
Okay, she's about 5'5", small guard. She is
Mm-hmm.
exceptional, right? I think she signed with Adidas her sophomore year of high school. So, as great of an opportunity as that is, she now has to be brand conscious at 15, all the way up through the duration of her high school career and college career into what will eventually become a collegiate career. Now, I don't know about you, Lo, but when I was 15, although I was a great kid, what I was not prepared to do was represent Adidas or
No,
any brand at that point. What I was prepared to
anybody.
do was represent me. Like I'm gonna
That's it.
I'm gonna kick it. I'm gonna do me, right? I'm gonna represent
I'm gonna go
myself well.
party. I'm gonna go do
I'm
what
a
a 15-year-old is supposed to go do.
bro. I was really outside in Cleveland. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The way I should have been. What I but to now carry the responsibility of representing Nike or Adidas or New Balance, it's a lot, and it
And
doesn't
you're
get a
not even
lot
at
of
the
room.
pro level. You're not even at the pro level yet.
Because, and not to Kalina, but for any other athlete, what happens if one of you all tears an Achilles senior year of high school and it alters, the future of your career? Now, what onus do you still have to that brand? Does that brand still support you? Does that brand still invest in you? Versus somebody like Mike, who, even when Mike got signed, because we got to remember Mike got signed his rookie year, and there were rumblings then like, he ain't done enough. Even though he had won the Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
coming in, even though he was who he was, guys were
And
still
the
saying he ain't done
championship
enough.
game winner.
And that
Mm-hmm.
was Michael Jordan as a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all are signing to Nike at 14 and 15
And
because
they get
you
millions of
want the Yale
dollars.
championships?
And they get millions of dollars.
But I say all that to say that goes back to the lack of genuine and authentic personality and the allowance to build and grow into those personalities that the previous generation had. AI was allowed to make mistakes. And Reebok understood that, which is why they continued to back him through the mistakes. Kobe was allowed to make mistakes, which is why after his trial, Nike picked him back up. Right?
We
Those
don't
guys
give
were
grace no
allowed to be
more.
there. We don't.
Now because of social media, it's so negative and I hate that our world, bro, has this trolling culture or negative culture where like it's just a lack of integrity, bro. Where it's like, bro, if people were to expose all the stuff that you've done as a person into the world, how are you gonna feel? people are allowed to make mistakes, which is why you and I both, as we started kind of the segment talking about Ja, like I'm not, dude, I'm past all that gun stuff. Like Ja can be a
Yeah,
completely
like come
different
on, bro.
person right now. Like that happened. I don't think that's in the past. I'm gonna say it's in the past because it is.
It
So we're gonna
is.
leave it there. I have nothing else negative to say about that part of Ja. Because off the court, I'll let that be. He has to deal with that with his family, the organization. But I'm not gonna bash that man for that.